Ay, ay, ay. So I just changed the batteries in my camera because I carry 4 spare batteries on me at all times. I'm starting to think that's not enough for some reason. I swear I charged all these, but all my batteries are dead except one. So let's hope this one lasts me through the day. Now on to this video. So as you guys can tell, I'm kind of in the middle of nowhere to the point where you can hear those crickets. I don't know what they're called. And even more so, I wanted to drive further in, but then I came across this sign right behind me. Yeah, that's not happening. I've been on a road trip of self-exploration and world exploration. Well, domestic exploration. And I got myself a Kia Rio as a rental. I'm not about to drive that into that and risk getting a flat out there. I'm willing to take a lot of risks in life, but not that, especially when it's going to be sunset in the next hour and a half. On to what this video is about. Okay, so this video is going to be about the 3 general rules that I followed, whether they were rules that I learned from someone else or rules that I learned from experience about how I eventually got to where I am in life today. If you don't know who I am because you're not one of my personal friends watching this, skip ahead to this time and then I'll tell you more about myself. Okay, let's start this. Okay, so the first rule is actually pretty general. All my rules are general, but this one, you're gonna wanna slap me in the face for it, but it's pretty much never give up, ever, no matter what. You can't do it. The moment you give up, you have a 0% of succeeding. 0. Whereas if you're just a little bit down and you're depressed or things are tough and you don't have any help, it just lowers it down to real low. Even 0.0000001, even that's still better than 0%. I never gave up. Well, I kinda did. Here's what happened. So this is the quick version. 2009, didn't have a lot of money. Minimum wage at $7.25, working at a guest store, and I had a daughter in 2010. Things were tough. I didn't really know what to do, but I didn't have a choice. Had to find out how to feed her. I couldn't give up. I think that is the difference between people who achieve their goals and people who don't, is that they never gave up. It was really tough. I didn't feel like I was going to move forward with my life because I didn't know how I was supposed to get money to raise this child, even more so have money for myself. I was pretty convinced that my life was over. Work. And then I realized that maybe if I wanted to have fun that much, there had to be a way. There had to be a way that I can give my daughter and my baby mama and myself a life full of fun. The reality hit me is I can't be stuck where I am. I can't be stuck at this job. I can't be stuck wondering what I'm going to do. I can't be stuck just thinking about things. I had to just do it. Couldn't give up, no matter what. It might come off as redundant, but that's not the point here. The point is, that is what you have to do. You just cannot give up, no matter how hard it gets. No matter how impossible it seems, if you want something and you know the exact route to take to get it, you have to take that route. Speaking of routes, that is definitely the next big thing that I would say is getting the life that you want or being successful is you kind of have to be able to adapt. You know, the route that you planned isn't always going to go the way that you want it to be. That's just not realistic at all. The world is going to go on with or without you. That's the truth. So no matter what is thrown at you, you can either adapt to it or you can just let it stop you in your tracks. I tell this to my friends all the time. They always ask me, why is it that you always say that you're going to wing it? You know, why don't you ever plan anything out? And I always just say, it's easier just to wing it. There's some truth to that. There's not. Long story short, I do have a plan. I always had a plan. But I'm always more so willing to alter that plan because I'm just going to assume that everything's going to go batshit crazy. I have to. I don't have a choice. Here's why. I actually just had a talk with another friend just 2 days ago, and he's lingering on some things that happened on the past. There's no reason to linger on things. It happened in the past, and that's what it's going to be. Nothing you can do about it, and the next day is going to come no matter what. That sun is going to set no matter what I do, and it's going to come up the next day no matter what I do. The sooner you can accept and And the sooner that you can realize that this world, no matter who loves you and whoever says they're going to be there for you, with or without them, the next day is going to happen. With or without you, the next day is going to happen. So you have no choice but to adapt to whatever gets thrown your way. Because you're either going to be there or you're not. And you're either going to be with what's necessary or you're not. That's the truth. You know, it might not come off the way that you want this to sound, but that is what it is. And the last piece of advice, and I think this is actually the most important piece of advice that I could ever give anybody, is you just cannot lie to yourself. You just can't. The moment you lie to yourself, that means there's a truth that you don't want to accept. Okay? I'll give you a really big example on this one. So, for about, I would say, 8 years, one of my ex-girlfriends is currently an extremely successful voice actress today. I don't announce her name, I don't talk about her out of respect for her because I'm really happy for her. And after our relationship, I dated another woman. And then I dated another woman, and I kept dating. And in my mind and in my heart, I knew that this girl was the one that I loved. I was in love with her for, 2007 till 2014, 7 years. It wasn't until I met my wife that I was actually truly able to get over this woman. For 7 years, dating these other women and gallivanting around, I don't know the words for it, but long story short, I was lying to myself. I was dating these other women thinking that, oh yeah, you know, I'll get over her, or yeah, this girl's from me, and oh, I don't know. It was just a bunch of lies. I was lying to myself. And before I knew it, it became toxic. My relationships didn't work out. They were actually terrible. Not on their part. They're wonderful women. All my exes are wonderful women. But it was toxic on my end. I wasn't a good guy. I wasn't being loyal. I wasn't faithful. And it's because I just couldn't stop thinking about this woman that I dated from 2007 till 2009, and that's no one's fault but my own. I was lying to myself, and it gave me a really rough time. And then finally, in 2014, I said, you know what? Forget it. I'm just gonna not look anymore. I need to focus on myself and go on with life. And sure enough, the moment I was honest with myself, I stumbled across this amazing woman, and she made me fall in love all over again, and it just worked out. Obviously, because we're married now. You just can't lie to yourself. It turns into a toxic relationship with yourself. It explains itself within itself, if that even makes any sense. If you have to lie to yourself about something, there's a truth somewhere that you're trying to hide. You kind of don't want that. Trust me. So in terms of who I am, my name is Ryzen Ja. In 2015, I made my first million. From there, I became an investor into my friends and other small startup companies, and it just worked out. Right now, today, all I do is I travel the country and trying to find not just myself, but what I want to do with my life, that I want to do. And the way that I look at that is, Ryzen, what do you want to do on your free time? Oh, I want to invest into companies. That doesn't make any sense. You know, I want to make videos. I want to dance. I don't ever want to miss a basketball game or a play of my kids. You know, that's what I truly want in life. That's the journey that I'm on right now. If you really take it to heart and you don't lie to yourself, these 3 basic rules is something that I found myself to live by. My channel is definitely based around not just showing all the fun I have now today because of all the hardships I went through and how it paid off in the end, but definitely to help other people out there. One thing that I do have right now that I really consider that makes me rich is that I can guarantee my kids a bright and hopeful future. My time is done. Anything I do now, it is what it is, but my kids, whatever they do, whether it's flipping burgers, architecture, agriculture, I don't know, but my kids are the future, and then that's all I could ever want in my life. What the? I swear I just heard people talking. Okay, you know what? I'm out here. I'm out. Bye. Bye. Peace.